Hi everybody. So what we're doing here is we're doing foundation sheets onto brood frames. Foundation sheet, brood frame. Okay, so this is a used brood frame. It's been used already. You can see it's a bit darker. It's been cleaned out and it's got to be as square as possible, or as rectangular as possible. Once it's used, often you'll find these sidebars either move that way or that way, and it's not a complete rectangle, it becomes a trapezium. So the foundation sheets we get are rectangular. Often they won't fit in, so what you need to do is the following. Get your charger. It's a battery charger. Okay, you've got your positive here and your negative here, and it's simple. It's actually very simple. All we're going to do now is we're going to put the wax sheet in like that and into this little kerf, which is a saw basically, so it fits in. See, it's not flush there, it's in the middle of the frame. Okay, and that's it, and we just make sure it's in. Then what I do is I take the charger and I clip it to those two, and I go to this side and I can see here there's a flash, and I watch for the wire to come through, and you can see it there. And the same thing on this one, and you'll see the wire coming through after a couple of seconds. And I then move it to the next one, and I do the same with the next one. Wait for the wire to come through. There we go. I can see it. And if you do it too much, you're going to actually cut the wax in half. So there we are. That's what it looks like. Now, this is not finished. Note the bee here. This is pure wax. So that's why the bees have come in from the window. And before it goes in the hives, I have another process to go through. So I will put wax, molten wax through to hold the sheet in place. So it's very quick, as you can see. This is a similar thing. This is a super frame, and it's a full foundation sheet. Often you'll find that you have to cut some of it off to allow the sheet to fit in perfectly. Couple of things to note. This is propolis that the bees are put in there. Now, I don't know which hive this came from or what area it came from. So if you have diseases, and I'm talking AFB, not large hive beetle, not small hive beetle. If you have American foul brood or European foul brood, you need to be very careful. And you need to try and put these frames back in either the same super and onto the same hive, or at worst back into the same apiary that you took them from, because it's very possible, highly likely, that the AFB spores or the EFB spores could be on this frame. It's not 100%, but near enough. So should that happen, and should we get AFB, you actually won't be able to reuse your equipment unless you are clinical with your beekeeping. So let's do this one quickly and see how it goes. So there we are. That's it. That's enough. And this one as well. And this one is ready to go into the super. There we go. So goes into your super and off. So often what I do is I have a foundation sheet like this, and next to it I'll have a drawn out frame, and then a foundation sheet and a drawn out frame, and so on. And that works very well if you've got a big flow on the go and if you've got a strong hive, because then those bees, the new bees, need to build comb on these, and the other ones will be, the foragers will be filling up the other ones so long. So there we go. It's very simple. You don't have to have a battery charger. 12 volt battery from a gate motor There's your positive and negative. You can connect 2 wires up. It'll work just as well. So you don't have to go out and spend money. Look for your old battery. It might still have charge in it, and you can use that if you haven't got many hives or many frames to do. And there we go. Enjoy your beekeeping. And I think one of the things we have to do is we have to think more about what we're doing with the hives, with the bees, the state of the bees, and although in other countries they treat it as a commodity, generally in South Africa we are closer to the European way of looking after your bees, as opposed to treating them just like commodities. And they do that a lot with on the other side of the world, let's put it that way, including New Zealand and Australia. If the queen's not performing, kill her and put another one in. So we tend to look after our bees a bit better, I think. We don't treat them as commodities. They have massive amounts of honey. We generally look after our bees a bit better, almost like pets. And the wonderful thing about bees, keeping bees, whether you're farming or not, or whether you're commercial or not, it's the only animal or pet that I know of that's free to leave at any time. The entrance is open. They're not gated in. They're not in an aquarium. It's kind of, your pets are in the sea or they're in the air. These bees, they can fly anywhere at any time, which they often do, and leave you with an empty hive. So it's actually almost a voluntary thing that they stay with us. Enjoy your day. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll send you some other tips, etc., on what we do. Yeah, if you look at my channel, on the front bit of the channel front page, you will see a rectangle there which you can push to subscribe, and then you'll get all these videos coming in. It's free. If you've got WhatsApp, it's free. You don't have to pay anything, and just enjoy it. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you can send me a comment or a question, and I might learn something. So please do. Cheers for now.